David lives in one of our surrounding counties, and he does not want to say which one. And he just received notice from the government that part of his land is being taken to expand a road under what is called eminent domain. And so David never heard of that term, and he's wondering, can they really force him to sell part of his property? Trev?
Yes, they can. That's just that's power that the government has. They can force him to sell his land. They're going to make an offer. We don't deal too much with that in our residential and commercial world, but back in my early days as an attorney, I did help somebody with a similar situation. What you can do, and you'd want to consult somebody that specializes in that locally, but broad perspective, you can, they're going to basically provide you a value from what they think based on the amount of land, etc. You can file exceptions and kind of fight the road department and the government to see if you can get more money. But a lot of times, it might be better to take the first offer as opposed to spending money on an attorney to try to fight it. But yes, they can just take your land. There's a process for it. There's due process, but that can happen. Yes, sir.
Yeah, they're going to give you fair market value based on an appraisal, but you can appeal that appraisal. And I happen to know that from experience as a former television reporter and anchor. I did that for 25 years before becoming a real estate agent 20 years ago. One of the places I worked for 7+ years was in Orlando, Florida, and I covered the condemnation of many homes for the expansion of the East-West Expressway. If you know anything about that, that was a big project down there. So I'm well familiar that they can do it. Not nice, but in some cases, especially if it's for the expansion of a airport, it's better to get out and then to
Yeah.
stay there and be, because the ones who really failed were the ones whose homes weren't taken by the government, who now were sitting next to the expressway or the airport, right? So that becomes an even bigger problem. So we wish you the very best of luck, David.